We should be born with this fundamental knowledge within us already and not be required to rely on outside, unreliable sources to tell us who we are or what happens after we die. Exactly. That's why they say you the salvation. That's basically why they can still sell you that salvation, you know. It's supposed to be man know thyself, like I said, based on um, the Gnostic text and just the Gnostic people, period. It wasn't in one period of time. They was all around, spread around throughout all ages of time. People been knowing we've been where we at. Like I said, the information gets suppressed, things get buried under sands of time, and so forth. But yeah, they had you look up to the sky, you know, that would be the heaven you consider, and that's in the mind. That's related to the mind, and you give up your energy, right, to this so-called creator that needs worship and praise. Praise can be broken down to the word price. So you're paying a price when you praise, right? So that's why I said, be careful who you pray to, because you become prey to. And so, of course, the sun's starting the food chain. That's the star. We got to look up to the stars, the celebrities, you know. That's why people look up to the stars. They want you to look up to the stars on the silver screen, you know, where the picture is being projected onto, which is this reality. So yeah, you know, and then when you give the praise to this insufficient, whoever this guy is up here claiming to be, because he must be lacking something because he needs my praise. And you know, I thought you're supposed to be the creme de la creme. I'm the omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. I don't need nothing. What do you mean? So, but evidently this one does, and you give it up, that energy. You create an energetic connection. Now you're magnetized to what it wants. It's magnetized not to you or what you want, but it will give you a little bit of this, you know, money, a little bit of love, gadgets, technology, you know, cars to enjoy while you're here. And so if you break the body down, you know, that's why they did it. When you break the chakra system down, you can really see that when you got the root chakra being dealing with the hell realm, you know what I'm saying, the underworld, the bowels, the depths. That's all here with this chakra and the next one up in your, around the stomach area. That's the bowels, the stomach acid, the heat. You know, the heart, that will represent the earth. The earth, of course, a lot of green, covered in green and blue. That's the green chakra right there, you know. So that system right there basically was a program also set up to, I think, manipulate our energy. Because I'm telling you like this, that's what I feel. I feel we started somewhere on our own soul evolutionary process, and then something came and interfered with that. Like our reality was hijacked, you know. And that's where we ended up with the fallen man and all of the mythological stories about how we fell. So I'm pretty sure we came from a place where we didn't have to kill to survive. We would just thrive within our own ability to have that inner light illuminate our world. And like I said, it's nothing physical. So even on the mental level, you can do more. Like in your dreams, you're more expansive. You can fly. You can walk underwater. You're not breathing. You learn how to play the piano. This is all in the dream state. And they try to tell you consciousness arises from the brain. What would be the point of dreaming about a whole bunch of stuff you couldn't do if you couldn't do it? So either everything is possible or nothing is possible. So yes, there's a possibility that we were on our own journey, endowed with our connection to source, foundation of essence, true spirit, and somehow we got led off course. Now, let's get back to this. This is why we're going to get to this. It's a great segue. Proponents of the school theory, the ones who say us as souls had to come down here to learn because we was on a journey and we signed a contract to come learn and to lose our knowledge of who we were, our core knowledge of who we were, not just our last lifetime, pretty much just everything you are. You come here as a baby as a blank slate. You don't know nothing. Goo goo gaga, right? You got to rely on other people until you get to a certain age where you can manipulate your environment, right? And express yourself. So proponents of the school theory claim that the reason we don't remember previous states of existence and incarnations is because it would be too much information to bring into these bodies and would hinder our spiritual growth. However, this is bold print, knowing the answer to these few specific questions would not overwhelm us. Just because I know I'm coming back and I did something wrong, that's still going to leave a lot of room for interpretation to what I can do going forward. Me knowing what I did the last time is a good thing because I can learn from that lesson this time. That would be true good karma. So if it happened to be that way, I explain karma in my way. But if it makes sense that way to you, yeah, I should be able to come back with full knowledge of what I did. So now I can work on that mistake, make whoever's whole in their life that was left at a void from those actions, and move on. Then I learned the lesson. I don't do it anymore because I learned it in that time right now. I didn't have to wait to learn it. And so not only it says knowing the answers to these few specific questions will not overwhelm us. Not only is this vital information not overwhelming, it is actually a necessary foundational element to our current existence, especially if expediting our spiritual learning and growth is our purpose. We don't want to go to kindergarten, to the fifth grade graduation, to the junior high graduation, to the high school graduation, to college graduation, to the doctorate, and then come back and then have to do it all again. Because when you go from each grade, you're supposed to take that knowledge, assimilate that, and then build upon that. You're supposed to go up forever. It's infinite, remember? But we're in a box, including the body. So when we are sitting in the classroom, just like I just referenced, yeah, you don't go back to learn something you already learned. Another one they got in here is programming and conditioning. I'm gonna make it real short. We start off totally relying on those around us to tell us what to think and believe. If we get inaccurate or partial information, then that faulty information is perpetuated because our subconscious stores the programming. We talked about the subconscious. That's where all of your programming is held. The background processes, that'll be the unconscious. This would be like the services and cache of all of your programs running. And then the conscious mind will be the actual application of the program that you're seeing, that you're interacting with, the reality, and what it reflects back to you. And so it says, based on that, the subconscious storing of this incorrect programming, we make assumptions, creating a false reality that we buy into without question. It seems we are biologically and socially programmed to observe and mimic. Then this indoctrination of how to think and what to believe takes place before we are capable of critical thinking. That's why they got to get the babies. They got to get the babies, man. In all the movies and all the myths and all the stories, even in the vampires, they wanted the virgin. That's not a sexual thing. They wanted the virgin energy. They wanted the virgin energy, the pure energy. Pure energy. Okay? That's pure energy, man. That's what they wanted. Unadulterated, pure energy. Because remember, all of these, the food chain, the people who set that up, they need that to survive. They need us more than we need them. And we don't know that. Well, some people do. And so it says, we rely on external sources of authority to tell us what to believe, whether it's evolution via schools or creationism via religion or holy writings. We are taught repeatedly to turn our sovereignty over to authority figures to the point it becomes ingrained in our subconscious mind. At death, this will make it more likely that we will overlook our sovereignty and follow some external authority figure that presents itself to us. There you have it. Now that's a bomb right there. One second. See, the Egyptians, most of their whole teachers was preparing for death, living a full life, but preparing for death because they knew death was the way out of the hell realm, or what you would call the realm of ignorance, whatever you want to call it. It was a chance that you could, if you did the right things, I guess, and resonated how you're supposed to, and same thing we're trying to do here, trying to find a way. That's what it was. So basically, yeah, with the reincarnation thing, we were just talking about that. That kind of plays into the same thing. Like when you go to sleep, when you enter the astral realm, when you drop out of this tangible world, and you basically collapse your attention on that world, and then you wake up in another world, the dream world, the astral realm. So the astral realm would be, this would be the astral plane, astral realm, whatever you want to call it. That would be like 4D. If we in 3D. So that's just coming down like this. This then we see the 3D. But we see the symbols, how we act 3D. This is all the letters, symbols, pages, surfaces. That's all 2D. Then 3D, that's our experience in the physical, but it's all being projected from here. So it's all coming from down. It's from here, and then you the receiver of it, you know. And this is a whole bubble of existence here. That's a whole nother bubble. This is another bubble too. It's just a bigger bubble, you know. It's like wheels within wheels. But this is where all the thoughts, you know, you got your thoughts, thought forms, you know, thought forms, thought forms. You know, this is all your, you know, your demons, your angels, you know, your fears, you know, pretty much demons also, you know, and unresolved trauma, you know, unresolved trauma experiences. So what happens is, and you know, during the daytime, you compartmentalize this. You know, you compartmentalize. You stay right here in the 3D brain. You know, stay right here. Just working about your environment here. It's your environment. That's what you focus on. You know, you don't think about all these things during the daytime because you got work, school, practice, whatever it may be you're doing. And so this realm is still there the whole time. This is where you find yourself at. It's no different than somebody sitting in a chair, you know, playing this video game. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the screen. He playing the game, and it's another guy in here in the chair. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down. This guy in the chair don't know he being controlled by this guy outside the game. So this would be like, you know, your higher self. This would be your physical self, you know, ego and all that. You see yourself in the game because you trapped in the game. You don't know it's a game. Otherwise, the game would be over a long time ago, and we would have been got out of here. So, you know, eons and eons or however it happened in that time frame, we became trapped in the game, within the game. So it's like a dream within a dream. And so you're getting all your power from outside the game now. And then the people who rule this game found a connection to take your connection and link it in, and all the other people doing that, they was linked in from all these other people. And that's how they maintain their game. Yes, so the astral realm is basically the thought realm, the emotional realm, the demons, the fears, the angels, unresolved trauma. This is, you know, basically the soul plane, you can call it also. I would say the soul plane kind of. Soul, because the soul deals with emotion and thought, you know. And that's what these astral entities are said to feed off of, which is our charged emotions, you know. Charged emotions, charged emo. Either it's good or bad, it don't matter. They're gonna feed off of that. You know, all you're doing is changing your focus of attention. You're really not waking up and going to sleep. The spirit never sleeps. I told you, you've been up just playing the game, knowing it's a game. But here, we got these filters, and plus 5 sense perception and indoctrination. So we don't see the whole picture. See a bigger picture here, it's still not the whole picture. So when people say the heaven and hell, that's all here too. This is the heaven and hell too, you know. It's the heaven and hell, you know. It's the same realm. So you go there when you die. They say you go there when you sleep. You go there through near-death experiences. You go there through sometimes through tantric sex, through meditations. But that's where you're at. And that's a way bigger world that you can see. So just think of how much larger and expansive the true world is. See, these are all bubbles. Once these bubbles burst, back to infinity. Let's just say the whole world was infinity. These are the bubbles
of losing your mind.
But they still within infinity. Once they burst, you have access to infinity. Whatever that may be, you don't know. It's infinite way, so you can't count it. And so the whole, you know, reincarnation, recycling, come back to the earth, you did bad. Reap what you sow, you know, you gotta, you know, get your karma to come back. Like I told you, you solve your karma while you're living. We talked about in the last video. But they have you believe in these thoughts. So when you believe, you know, through the Christian faith or the Hindu faith or the Zulu faith, whatever faith it is, you'll go through those set of dictates based off your conditioning. And because you create your dreams, this whole world, from your dreams back to this world, and then this feeds back into your dreams. So it's going back and forth, you know. Come down there, then you send it back up at nighttime. And then you live out these fears, you see these demons, you have recurrent dreams, you know, sometimes you have great dreams, lucid dreaming, you're flying, you're taking over your environment. Sometimes you have prophetic dreams. Sometimes you have dreams within dreams. But that's all, you know, that's the energy exchange. That's still a part of the energy exchange program. That's how they can siphon your energy also. So you go into it neutral and be a witness, you know. You basically just say no. Anybody offer you something? No. I'll find out myself. That's another key. Just say no. It's very powerful. Just no.
Oh, sorry. Son, welcome, son.
Papa?
Son.
Papa.
You're Klaus. Welcome.
No.
Welcome.
You're not my dad. Sorry.
It's all right. They never come. Don't worry, it's only a matter of time.